When you face challenges in the cleaning industry, you need solutions that work. LANXESS is a global company that has a mission to help you find the perfect solution for your company or organization. And with me today to talk about and represent LANXESS is Katrin Turvey. She is the Global Sales Manager with LANXESS. Katrin, hello, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I have to ask where you're at because I'm in Columbus, Ohio, and I know I don't have a view like you have out your window. So where does the world find you today?
Yes, I made an effort for you, and you can see behind me the Cologne Dome. So the LANXESS head office is in Germany, Cologne, and that's where I am at today.
I'm very jealous of your office. As you can see, I don't have the view you have, but very nice. I've been to Germany, but never had been in that area. But thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about your company and its impact on the industry. As an ISSA member, we appreciate our partnership we have together. So let's get started. Katrin, tell us about LANXESS, its history, and what it does for the cleaning industry.
So LANXESS is a specialty chemicals company. So it sounds always very fancy, and normally people don't really know what to think about that. But when I say that we used to be part of Bayer, then they normally know a bit more. So we have been part of Bayer since the 1800s and have become independent and a spin-off in 2004. So we are alone standing, but everyone usually knows us that we have a strong Bayer history. We have now a more focus on specialty chemicals and very much active ingredients, which help everyone, not only the cleaning industry, to keep pathogens out of your environment. So maybe quite interesting to give you an idea is what's always easy for people to understand is when you move wine from Cologne, let us say, okay, we are not that famous for doing wine, but if we do wine and we have to send it to Australia, then you don't really want it to go off on the boat or whatever. So we, for example, have natural ingredients which you put in the wine during production. And when it arrives, the wine in Australia, then it's still very good wine. And you don't even find the additive we have put into it at production. And it tastes still as it should taste. So we probably most famous for powder products. So we do not produce that many liquid products, but we provide active ingredients for liquid products. So you will find, oh God, what's the most famous brand which is not part of LANXESS? It's our customer, for example, Dettol. Dettol would buy active ingredients from LANXESS. So a lot of the cleaning industry as a whole will buy active ingredients from us. And this can be phenolics, that can be monosulfates, all types of active ingredients. And we recently bought IFF in the US, so we also have glutaraldehydes now as active ingredients. But I'm from the part of LANXESS who actually sells proper formulated products. So it's very different to the most of the other active ingredient provider, because we have a fully integrated supply chain. And that fully integrated supply chain means that we own the active ingredients as well as some formulated products. Not as many as the big guys, but some very interesting ones.
Oh, that's interesting. I know that product names, when you cross borders, become interesting. I was once in Canada and I mentioned a product from the United States that everyone knows, not just cleaning professionals, but homeowners and moms. I mentioned that product and the ones I was speaking with were like, what's that? Like, well, it's different from one country to the other, but it sounds like you're crossing borders. What differentiates your company from other manufacturers in the industry?
Yeah, as I said, it's the majority is the fully integrated supply chain, just makes us very independent in comparison to many others. And we also have an active ingredient, which is the interesting one in the future. As we all know, life changes globally, and we're all looking for a sustainable chemicals, which will still be available in 10, 20 years, independent of our environmental or other programs which are running on a global level. So we produce an active ingredient which falls into lots of particles which are naturally in the environment anyway. So over 90% of the ingredients are readily biodegradable, for example. So we're working on sustainable, future-proof chemicals.
So would you say you're keeping ahead of the curve when it comes to sustainability and protecting the environment?
Absolutely. So that's one of the key points for LANXESS, and where we develop the most is that we very strongly develop in the direction of being able to develop and work with a product which is low risk to environment, low risk to the workers, and also still fulfills the needs of the end user, which, as we all know, is killing the pathogens.
As others watch this episode, maybe other manufacturers around the world, when we think about challenges we overcome, can you pinpoint any challenges that LANXESS has faced and overcome, and how you did it?
Well, it's quite interesting because we have a current challenge, haven't we? I mean, if you look at the logistic issue globally, I mean, seriously, if we when you look at raw material availability, when you look at hazardous good transport, it's a nightmare, isn't it? So obviously, LANXESS, with a fully integrated supply chain, we control a lot of our raw materials, so we have a bit more control than maybe others. And on top of that, if you imagine a low hazard powder product, let us say it's in a 5 kilo bucket. 1 second.
We'll just pause here and look at the background.
So if you look at this 5 kilogram bucket of our product, this is how it looks like. It does 500 liters of ready solution. So as you might imagine, that is pretty saving of transport, saving of solutions, saving of environment, of plastics, that you don't have to have it, how many plastic containers do you need for 500 liters of ready solution? So you save a lot of lorry space. We all know, at least in Europe, we have a massive issue with lorry drivers. They're just not there. And on top of that, you can move it by air, road, and train. So that's not a lot of chemicals you can move in that way. So it gives you a lot of flexibility.
That's a heavy lapel. Put it aside there. So very interesting. Thanks for telling the story. Let's talk about your partnership with ISSA, the Worldwide Cleaning Industry Association. You're an ISSA member. What do you see emerging from this partnership? And maybe you could touch on why you decided to join.
Yeah, so we always have been strong with our products in the disinfection industry, very strong in the animal health segment, very strong in the human medical segment, so hospitals. But with Corona, we all know that disinfection has moved into more public health spaces, let us say it that way, whether it's offices, hotels. Instead of only cleaning, there's clean and disinfect. So from our point of view, we needed a better connection to these new customer segments, for us, new customer segments. And the ISSA, that's the idea, helps us a lot with getting closer to the cleaning industry, showing what we can offer, why we are used in hospitals and in other segments, and how we can also support then the cleaning industry.
Well, we'll work hard to connect you with the right companies and organizations out there so you can meet your goals. Can you tell us about any other benefits ISSA offers that you plan to take advantage of?
Yes, so the big one, which why we are today here, is your network. And for us, we, as I said, we move into a relatively new segment for us. And we really hope that somebody who's listening would like to become a partner or the distributor for our products, who would love to see that nice Rely work on a product on their shelf and help us, especially in the US, but also in the rest of the world, to bring this product to our cleaning companies.
So to wrap it up, Katrin, is there anything else you'd like to add or you'd like to say to the industry?
Yes, so we are a global business. So even if we are maybe today listened more by North America, we have teams across the world in all the regions. We have registrations in 30, 40 countries already, which are expanding. So anyone who would like to make contact, we would love to put you in contact with the right local team and provide a service yes, you hopefully desire and will bring you forward.
Well, thank you, Katrin, for your time today. LANXESS is a company on the move. We look forward to working with you many years to come.